State concern over silence surrounding conduct of local government election. Panic as stormy weather pulls down billboards, floods street in River State. Former Emir of Kano pays tribute to late Herbert Wigwe in tears. EFCC accuses former Anambra State Governor of evading service of court process. And on the foreign scene, 3 crew members killed in a Houthi missile strike off southern Yemen. I'm Ifichukumoyele with the news. Now, the Labour Party in River State says there's nothing wrong if the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara, appoints caretaker chairman for local government areas to give him time to reconstitute the State Independent Electoral Commission, RISIEC. The spokesperson for the Labour Party in the state, Gogo Wellington, tells correspondent Onyeka Chinwosu that it is within the right of the governor to appoint caretaker chairman after the expiration of the tenure of the current council chairman.
It is within the right of the governor to appoint caretaker government for the local government because for all that we know, the existing laws of River State permit him to do so. So if that would give him time to reconstitute the RISEC to reflect the aspirations of the people, to actually see to a RISEC that will be able to conduct free, fair and transparent local government elections, that would be fine by all.
Mr. Wellington said his party's decision to seek court determination of the true member of the State House of Assembly is to remove every obstacle that will hinder the governor from reconstituting RISIEC.
The River State government does something about the constitution of the RISEC, which we feel is wrongly constituted because the persons that are currently occupying the seat right now are not persons that we think would be able to conduct a free and fair local election. So we feel the first step that the state government should take would be that of reconstituting RISEC. But we know that would be a tall order right now with the current impasse between the executive and the assembly. As you know, we have instituted a suit trying to clear the air as to the position of the House of Assembly members.
Also speaking, the chairman of the Social Democratic Party in River State, Soswema Osaro, said his party is still at loss about the next move of the state government on the conduct of the local government election.
I don't know the intention of the governor, and I cannot speak for the governor. For the local government election, we don't know his mindset yet. But I believe that once the present tenure elapses, we'll be able to know the direction. The agency that ought to speak about election in River State is RISIEC. But as a matter of fact, RISIEC is here to interface with the general leadership of the political parties in the states. We expect RISIEC to take their position.
Now, as you may know, the 3-year tenure of the current council chairman is meant to elapse on the 16th of June 2024, having taken their oath of office on the 17th of June 2021. Recently, River State House of Assembly vetoed 4 bills, including the Local Government Amendment Bill 2024, which Governor Fubara declined to assent into law, citing reasons. Recall also that some elders are asking the court to restrain the 27 lawmakers from parading and functioning as lawmakers based on their defection to the APC, among others. Moving on, stormy weather was experienced in River State yesterday. It came with strong winds, heavy rain, and dark clouds. On Rumosunwa pipeline axis of the Eneka, Rumodara, Obiakpo local government area, the heavy rain left streets flooded, stopping vehicular movement and leaving commuters stranded. Shops had to close early in the area following the situation. Speaking to our correspondent, some residents and business owners regretted that the authorities failed to take advantage of the dry season to address the yearly flood situation faced in the area.
And especially as it rained today, that water has increased. By tomorrow morning, people will find it difficult to transport across that water.
The Rumosunwa community will be suffering from these issues.
It is not something an individual can do. It is not something the community can do. We can't do it as a community. It's beyond us. We talk government, authorities, to help get that resolved in the community.
This water is terrible.
The flooding is not only affecting the residents of people in Neka, even the government facilities, or it will only require intervention of government.
I've actually lost interest in this road. This is not what I anticipated when I came here.
It has been unbearable. Government to give it attention because the problem has been there for a while. We have really lost a lot as a result of the flood.
The water is really causing a lot of stress. But if it's just to fill that particular spot, even keke cannot walk. Even to use leg, they cannot walk because of the water.
Yesterday, stormy weather also took off roofs of some school buildings in some areas. Around the oil mill market on the Rumokurusi axis of the East-West Road, River State, the heavy rain brought down billboard. A large green signpost fell on a vehicle, destroying an electricity pole and high-tension wires. It also damaged a part of a building in the area. The CDC chairman of Rumokurusi, Osiwosu, spoke to our correspondent on this.
The rain that fell pulled down a billboard fixed by River State government and then blocked the east-west road very close to the oil mill market. As God may have it, there was no casualty, though a vehicle was smashed by the billboard, and we're making frantic efforts to see how we can remove the said billboard on the road as to create access.
Residents told our correspondent who visited the scene that no life was lost.
Activity there well, but because of the rain, people don't take shelter different places. The Tumo Bridge can't carry this advert billboard fall for ground. Current no day for the high tension winning for. If you want boutique day here, it fall on top the boutique, scatter the roof and everything where they there. Nobody died, no single soul was lost, nobody died. You no hit anybody. Some electric poles fall, cut all the cable way on top, but you no kill anybody.
I want to advise the River State government to reconsider most of those that come to seek for approval in terms of setting up a billboard. Billboard is not supposed to go beyond certain heights. So small billboard, they are there, they are standing. But this one is a substandard one. The pipe is substandard, the materials are substandard. So it is really unfortunate.
A sales representative at the boutique affected by the fall of the large billboard, Gift Paul, narrated how she and a pregnant woman escaped being trapped.
The rain just started and it came with heavy wind. What I heard was, "Beam, we are stuck," because I was actually in a shop with a pregnant lady. She has started vibrating already in the shop and we are not able to come out. I was like trying to rescue her first because she was pregnant. I was safe, nothing hits me, but my shop is very damaged and bad. We have leakage inside everywhere. The zinc and ceiling with part of the pillar in the shop. It fell on my shop. The shop was very hot. The pregnant woman was vibrating. We are like sweating in the shop.
She also called for the intervention of relevant authorities.
We are asking the authorities to hold the people that mount the billboard so they can at least fix before this week run out. The woman under the billboard was she was almost hit, but we thank God that there's no more serious casualty.
Our correspondent reports that a smaller billboard also fell nearby. Officials of the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company (PHED) were later seen reconnecting wires in the area. In another development, the widow of one of the 5 people who died of electrocution while mounting a billboard for a church, Okamaka Wisdom Kimjika, is asking for help. Recall that 5 people died when the billboard touched a high-tension wire along the Obinikwere in Port Harcourt 6 months ago. Mrs. Wisdom Kimjika tells our correspondent that she is yet to receive any compensation from the church that owns the billboard.
Since that event, I've not seen them, I've not heard anything about it. Till now, there's nothing from them. Just God, because where I was asked me to pack her from there. My rent is that. And the economic now is too well. I've not started anything. I need help. I'm calling on government. The children, 2 fees, house rent, the children, there are 3 children. It's not easy for me. So I'm calling on government. Anyhow they can help me.
The outcome of the police investigation into the incident was not made public, but the assistant pastor who was earlier detained is said to have been released. Still to come, former Emir of Kano pays tribute to late Herbert Wigwe in tears.
It's a 3-day reconciliation crusade powered by the Celestial Church of Christ, South-South-Southeast region, Port Harcourt City. Theme, the name of the Lord. Date, from the 6th to the 9th of March 2024. The Open Crusade holds from the
The former governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, of evading services of court process in the 40 billion naira alleged fraud charges against him. Lead counsel to the anti-graft agency Silvanus Tahir made the accusation at the resumption of trial of the former governor in the corruption charges against him. In other news, a former emir of Kano, Muhammadu Sanusi II, broke down in tears while paying tribute to former Group Chief Executive Officer of Access Holding PLC, Herbert Wigwe. The former CBN governor narrated the role the late Wigwe played when he was dethroned as emir.
I was thinking I would die and leave Herbert. On the day I heard on the radio that I was dethroned, the night before I knew it was going to happen, and I called him. I said, I want to come to Lagos when it happens. The announcement was made at about 9 a.m. By noon, Herbert had a plane on the tarmac. I put my family on that plane and sent them to Lagos. Herbert received them, put them in a hotel. Later, got them flats, got them accommodation. For months, when I came, we stayed there. Herbert said to me, Your Highness, you want to travel, tell Shola. I just called Shola and I get a jet.
Shola Faleye, the personal assistant to late Herbert Wigwe, spoke on why he got down from the ill-fated helicopter before takeoff.
I'm like, so why not just go with the luggages and get there and deliver to him and others in the room? Like I said, I always reason in the line of duty. And I walked up to him. I said, sir, I think it's safer and will be secure for me to just ride and bring the luggage to you. He said, brilliant idea. And I said, safe flights. Since 2019, I cannot count one or two places or flights that is being in there and not in it.
And out of business, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Wale Edu, says the 22.7 trillion naira printed by the Central Bank of Nigeria through Ways and Means overdraft for the federal government from 2015 to 2023 under former President Muhammadu Buhari threw the country into the current inflation. Mr. Edu told the Senate that the printing of naira in trillions was carried out without any corresponding productive activities. In entertainment, Singapore has charged two men with cheating for sneaking 3 people into a Taylor Swift concert without tickets. In sport, England manager Gareth Southgate and Brentford boss Thomas Frank are among the options being considered by Manchester United if they choose to replace Eric Ten Hag at the end of the season.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
U.S. officials say 3 crew members have been killed in a Houthi missile strike on a cargo ship off southern Yemen. That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Stakeholders in Rivers are concerned over the silence surrounding conduct of local government elections. Panic as stormy weather pulled down billboards, floods streets in Rivers State. Former Emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido, yesterday paid tribute to late Herbert Wigwe in tears. And on the foreign scene, 3 crew members have been killed in a Houthi missile strike off southern Yemen. The news was edited by Onyekachi Nwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele. Many thanks for listening.